Kia ora team, and welcome to episode 21 of Yarns with Beef and Matt, brought to you by Alice Katie and Frog Rips. I'm Beef.
I'm Matt.
And today we are joined by two-time Teen Games athlete, owner of MB Athletics, and arguably, it's up for debate, the stronger Martin brother. Riley Martin, how are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, boys.
That's
good.
it.
How's your day been so far, mate?
It's been good. Just couple PTs this morning, and I'm being excited for this.
Yeah. How good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one
Couple
podcast.
speeding tickets back home.
Oh, you got to do like we're the number one podcast in the Waikato.
Oh, fuck,
so
here we
like
Yeah.
In
you
the
know.
Waikato.
at least the Waikato. And if you don't know where that is, fucking look it up. All right. So what do you do for a day-to-day job? You like PTing and stuff? Talk us through it, man.
Yeah. So on a normal day, I wake up like 6 o'clock,
Mm.
and then I'll just have I have PTs on. I like drive to a couple people's houses, PT them at their house,
Yep.
and then take classes as well. Like some mornings I'll get up quite early, like 4 a.m.
Mm.
and just take the 5 and 6 a.m. class.
Mm.
And then you just PTs. I normally just work the mornings, finish at like 10:30, and I'm done work for the day, which is good. And then sometimes I'll work the Arvo classes as well. But yeah, just PTs and classes, and then in the middle of the day I'll do some programming on MB Athletics and stuff like that.
Yeah, mean. What gym are you at?
Function Well, CrossFit Newstead.
Nice.
All right, yo. So it's just all PTs. So if we take it back, like we like to do this here, take it back before CrossFit, what were you doing? Did you have a normal job before you got into this stuff, or what were you doing before CrossFit?
Yes, I don't know what Bayley told you, but I was doing the same as him. We were working on the farm.
Oh, yeah.
So like, yeah, we grew up on a farm, and then when I was old enough, we were already working on there, but yeah, just getting free labor out of us. But when I got old enough, we just like started getting paid to work on the farm all day.
Yeah.
And then one of the gyms I was going to, they asked me to do classes. They said, can you take like a weightlifting workshop? And I was like, yeah, like, I had no idea how to coach or anything. I was just like, I just knew how to do weightlifting. So I took a class for them, and I was nervous as didn't even know like how to get the coaching across. I was just telling people whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it went quite well, and then it sort of took off from there.
What gym was that? Is that Ruark?
No, it was like a boxing gym. Back in
Vegas?
Rotorua. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Some guns coming out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, mean. So you grew up in Rotorua, we're assuming, because Bailey let us in on that.
Yeah.
Moving
Born and raised.
hay bales out on the farm.
Yeah, that's the one.
What so Rotorua boys?
I was at Western Heights.
Oh,
The
sure.
whole family went there. My auntie works there.
Oh, mean.
Yeah.
Bit of rugby?
Oh, just a little bit. I sort of did a bit of everything. Like we're doing athletics, and we're doing there's a big volleyball school. So I tried hard as to get into the volleyball team, but I didn't make it. And I was always a soccer player too. So not really any rugby until like the last year of high school. And my auntie's like, oh, we need some players. Can you come play? And I was doing CrossFit at the time, so I was pretty like strong and fit. So I just jumped on the wing, played for a season, had a jam, and then that was it for me for rugby. But always been a soccer player, and then a bit of volleyball, and then rugby on the last year.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna see if this came up naturally, but I actually wanted to see if you remember.
He wants to bring it up.
I want to bring this up. So Bailey remembered it. You're a little bit younger. How young are you?
I'm 21, 2 years younger.
2 years
22
younger.
months.
All right, sweet. I don't know what year it is. I think 2015, somewhere there. Anyway, CrossFit Ruark opened. They did a little competition. Do you remember that? It was like to open their gym. They ran like an in-house comp, and they invited a bunch of gyms from around.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you were. Yeah. Anyway, I was there, and I remember you and Bailey doing it. Yeah. So fuck, I would have been 21. I would have been your age, because fuck, that's how old I am. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I just remember you two doing it then, like scaling the weights and that. Oh, just want to say,
it was
I beat you.
Long time ago. Eh?
I beat you in competition, mate. I just want you to know that. Okay.
He's got to bring that one up every time.
Yeah. Well, So it's all good, mate. Like if you need me to
We
jump
have
on
to, we
board.
have to maybe check the security cameras or something.
Oh, look, you can check them all you want, mate, but I
think we run it back.
oh, look, hey, I've retired, champ. Like I took down the the Martin brothers. Oh, not the Bayley brothers. Don't say that.
Did sort of a Matt Fraser or Rich Froning.
Exactly,
When
bro. I seen you guys coming, so I
through, retired.
retired, bro. Retired on top. Look, me and Rich, we just hunt now, bro. It's all good.
Oh, shut
We're
the
just
fuck up. Anyway.
all right, enough shit
fucking hell.
talking.
But yeah, so you're back home now. Obviously, we caught up with you on the weekend, but you're back home now enjoying the sun.
Yeah, back in Brisbane. Yeah, it's freaking hot, man. I'm sweating. Yeah, sweating hard as here. Couldn't even sleep last night. It was just too hot. Especially coming just from New Zealand. It was cold as
Yeah.
freezing. I was having good sleeps and then come here, it's too hot.
Fuck, that was a hot weekend for us too.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah,
It was quite muggy.
Quick how fast it changes, eh?
Because when did you move to Oz?
So I moved here in January 2021.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, so just after COVID. Well, COVID was still happening.
Yeah.
So it's quite a mission to get over, but I just wanted to do it. But we had to go through customs and went to quarantine for 2 weeks. But it was sort of all happened at once. I remember I was just looking for jobs and just applying, just sending in my resume and just seeing what happened. And then I got the job and they wanted me to be a coach at this CrossFit gym in Brisbane. I started stressing. I was like, oh shit, I actually got to do this now. And then can't just talk about it.
Yeah.
So I ended up just sending it over and just sorted it all once I got here. I didn't really have too much of a plan. I just wanted to come over and have a change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been a while seeing it on socials. Yeah, so there wasn't really much of a motive to move over there, just something different?
Yeah, I think it was time for me to move out of home. But I don't know, I didn't really want to move out into Rotorua. There's not much going on there. I don't really like Auckland too much. It was just if I'm going to move out, I might as well go hard or go home, eh? Go hard or stay home.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, let's go to Brisbane. I hadn't even been to Brisbane before. I've been to Gold Coast, but not Brisbane. And now it's just oh, it's sunny over there, lots of gyms, Torians over there. I just sort of sent it, made it happen.
With Bayley being down in the South Island, was that ever an option going down there?
I thought about it, but I don't have I don't know any of the people down there. It was all his mates.
Yeah.
I didn't really because I've never been down there. They'd always talk about them and stuff, but I didn't know any of them. So I was oh, if I move down there, it's all his mates. And then I was oh, I might as well just start my own crew over in Brisbane, make some new mates. Yeah.
That's hearty. He ended up following you then, so that's good.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I've always been following him, so I was I'll make a change for once.
There we go, trendsetter. And you've done well for yourself too, by the look of it. I did want to touch on MB Athletics. When did you decide to go into business with yourself?
Yeah, so it was when I was at a gym called Profiles. That's where I started my coaching career properly. That's when I was doing full-time PTs, classes, and then workshops and everything. And then I noticed a lack of programming sort of, or all the people in the gym were doing my classes, but there was only 2 a week.
Oh yeah.
So they were CrossFit classes. We called it WOD 45. I trademarked it and everything, but it didn't quite take off. But yeah, it was just a 45-minute CrossFit class, sort of for beginners. So we weren't throwing in ring muscle ups and crazy stuff. It was all stuff people could do, and then learn weightlifting at the start, and then do a bit of strength, and then we'd hit a workout. And then it just sort of took off, and everyone wanted to do more, but there was no room to do more classes because they had all the Les Mills classes there and the boxing classes. So what we did was I started MB Athletics, and I was I need to get these fellas a program to do, and then it was good as well because I was there to coach it.
Yeah.
So I just started it, made a website. I'm to be honest, I didn't really know how to program. I just knew what I'd been doing for training.
Yeah.
So I just was oh, they're all beginners, they just need to do something. So what I basically did was just start a website and got a few people to sign up. I try to make it cheap as, just so it's not I don't know, too expensive. People just want to do some workouts. And then it took off, and then one person sign up, and then another group, and then a couple people from different gyms were sign up as well. And then we were all training together, and it was all new to them because they're just doing sort of like boxing classes and the Les Mills was all real new to people.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like all the programs like Mayhem and stuff, but like no one knew about Mayhem back then, especially if you're just like a beginner, you barely even know about CrossFit.
Yeah.
So we started that, and then I like got help from my brother because he's real good at programming, and he's like a bit more than me, but I sort of just was winging it. And then we got hit with COVID, so everyone cancelled and sort of went downhill. Well, not downhill, but I just put it on the back burner for a while.
Yeah.
And that's when me and Bayley were just making at-home workouts. I don't know if you guys would have seen some of those back then. We were just at-home workouts every day. Bayley was good on like the editing and stuff, so we make some cool little posters, and we're just putting them out for free.
Yeah.
And then when I came over here, I just like more connections here, like more people to help. Like my coaches at the moment, like they've been helping me learn more about programming, and like just being a PT, I'm like full time into it now. So I've just been learning as I go. And then I was like, okay, I got like a bit of confidence back, and I want to get it up and running. So yeah, just got it started again. And it's doing well.
What's the main sort of track on it? Is it CrossFit? But you said well, before we started recording that you had like a back and by day stuff. Is it a lot of conventional gym stuff as well as CrossFit? Is there different tracks going on?
So like the programs we've got, because I kind of wanted to stay away from the weekly programming, because there's just sort of like every week you gotta, and like I said, I'm still learning, so I don't want to just throw out like cycles, and you got like weightlifting, you got like all the workouts and everything. So I sort of was like, oh, let me stay away from there because everyone else is already doing that.
Yeah.
So what I decided to do was make some set like 8-week programs that people can just buy for super cheap, and then have to like pay a subscription. And then they can hit it, and then if they like it, like we can put them on another cycle or whatever. But yeah, it's sort of like, so I got a bodybuilding one, and then we got like a bodybuilding and a CrossFit gym in the CrossFit gym. So it's like, in CrossFit gyms, we don't all have like the cables and the chest press machines. So you can still like do all that stuff in there. And then we got like a booty program for the girls. And then now we're just working on, so we haven't even actually got any CrossFit stuff in there.
Oh, true.
So we're just working on that now, but it's all the CrossFit stuff I do is all individual programming.
Yeah.
So I don't like have any up at the moment, but we got a ring muscle up one that's ready to go. And then I want to do a snatch one as well, because it's like my jam, doing snatches.
Yeah.
Oh, but mainly it's like more personalized programming. So when people have like a specific goal, you don't really want to just jump on that program that everyone's doing, because you need to work on your ring muscle ups in there, or just doing different stuff in there. We've got like the progressions and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, it's real good. Is there ever like a goal in the future to do like a proven Mayhem Misfits type thing? Yeah,
I mean, like my dad sort of the one who made me like pull the trigger on it, because he's like, why don't you guys do it? Like everyone knows you and your brother here, like they all look up to you in CrossFit and like in Rotorua and even New Zealand. So
yeah,
he's the one who like got me into it. But the goal is like, obviously we're up and coming, we're still not at the top yet, but I know it's going to happen. So when we're at the top, it's already there. I've already got like you see like Matt Fraser, I think he won it like 5 times, and then he got started on his programming, and then he just got it up and running as soon as he finished. So I'm sort of like putting it in place. So when we're at the top, it's already there.
Yes, boy.
And then we can just sort of roll with it and improve as we go. Not like get to the top and then go, oh, let's start a programming company, and it's not natural. It's just doing it because you're at the top.
Yeah.
So I want to learn and get the ball rolling, and then so by the time we're there, it's like it's a real good like system. We got everything from like bodybuilding to weightlifting to CrossFit, gymnastics. Yeah, good system in place.
The foundation's already there. So just on that, like being at the top, do you want me to start promoting it? Because I beat you guys. Is that?
yeah, OG on there.
Yeah, that's sweet, bro. No worries. I think that ties in quite good to this next topic. Like you guys are coming up 100%, like Bayley at the games this year. You took 11th place at Torian.
Yeah.
On your CrossFit career, what's happening there? Like, are you striving to go to the games now, or is MB Athletics your main goal? Like, what's this upcoming season gonna look like for you?
Yeah, so CrossFit Games is always the goal. Basically, like I'm always working towards it, but like MB Athletics is just there to help with that goal at the moment as well. So like, as you know, like being an athlete, you need to spend so much time on training. Like, can't really do too much. Like even with PTs, I was doing every morning. I was doing the 5 a.m. class. So I was getting up at like 4 a.m. And even getting to bed at like 8 o'clock by the time you like get settled down and go to sleep, I was still like in like 7.5 hours, and I was just every morning just super tired. So I like cut all my early morning classes off and just focus on PTs, and then that's why I want to do MB Athletics, was to build some like cash flow, so I don't have to do so many hours of work, so I can train more.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's like always the end goal. So yeah, just
No, yeah, that's mean, yeah. And I think just going back to what you said about your old man, he is right. Like you two are highly, you know, regarded and idolized within the CrossFit community
yeah,
across New Zealand and Australia. But sort of, yeah, we saw the program coming through. I think I remember your guys' launch, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, that looks cool. And then all of a sudden you start seeing people on the programming.
yeah.
A lot of young guns too. But who was on the roster, bro? Anyone would know?
You talk about
MB.
for MB. We had the bro Shaden. He was on there.
Yeah.
We were programming him, but he's in the Gold Coast now as well. We don't really have any amazing athletes coming through, but that is the goal. I wanna help get some more people on there. But at the moment, it's just sort of I'm more coaching beginners, like people who like just want to learn the muscle ups and learn all the other things.
Get started, get into it, because I see you reshare most of the people who tag MB, and there's some weapons on your guys' page, man.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw the Instagram story which had an old fella get his first muscle up.
Oh, true. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's cracker bears. He's stiff as a board, still working on his mobility. But he's like, the other day, he's like, oh, bro, I'm never going to get this muscle up. I was like, you just wait, and then you just got it the other morning. So, yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Cool. That's mean. That must be feel like pretty rewarding, eh? Helping people achieve their goals like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Does MB Athletics have its own Instagram?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, we're going to.
Fucking
definitely not.
Only a small one.
Old fella's a bit slow on the social media, eh?
Yeah, no, I'm following it now, bro. It's all good.
Yeah.
666 followers. Damn.
Yeah, still building.
Yeah. That's mean,
Yeah.
bro.
Every time I collab with Bayley on one of the posts, I get heaps of likes.
Yeah. That's it.
He's got the K on his Instagram, so I'll use it.
100%.
You'll get there, bro. I think we're gonna. Oh yeah, I want to talk more about your Torian stuff now. Because we had Peter Ellis on last week, up and coming Australian athlete. Bailey's cracked it, been to the games. He's had enough screen time. The younger Martin brother. So 2022. This is something that we were looking at before. You did really good in quarterfinals, and then you took like a 23rd, I think, at Torian. And then this year you did worse in quarterfinals, but you came 11th at Torian, which is obviously a massive improvement. What do you attribute that to? Are you taking your peak differently, or like how are you training to make that sort of an improvement?
I mean, like I always do better competing like with people next to me. So as you can see in like the quarterfinals, well, the first quarterfinals I did, that was a really good year for me. Those workouts were like short, sharp ones. I'm real good like the short, sharp workouts. Heavy stuff. I remember it was the power snatches at 80 the first year. So I like smashed that workout, and there was only like 10 reps. And then they had the max overhead squat. I love overhead squats. And they had the max bench and then the max clean. So that was just another event that was super good for me. I think it just depended on the programming. And then like this next year, this year was like a little bit harder for me in the programming. Like there was the row GHD one. I hadn't done any GHDs at all because my lower back's just been wrecked for a while. So I just hadn't touched the GHDs. And then when they came in, I think I was like, at like number 10 and my core was just burning out. So I just couldn't hold the pace that I need to. But I think if you look at the scores, like they were pretty consistent this year until like that workout or one or two workouts. And it just like cost me way too many points, which like pushed me real far back. So it all just depends on the programming, which like my coach always tells me I'm real inconsistent. I don't know if you guys seen the Torian placing last year. It was like either a top 5 finish or a top like 20th place finish in the bottom half.
How good, man. You're going on this year's Torian. We were obviously chatting with Bailey. You and him have real similar like attributes. Like it was funny. Like you'd come out, smash a workout, and then you come out and like beat you by 1 rep or 1 kg.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
but like,
Bastard, yeah.
yeah. So you like obviously have your guys' jams. So like what you're good at is what you're good at. But taking 11th this year, compared to a 23rd, yeah. What did you tweak much in your programming? Like, I don't want to take anything away. It was almost like we know how committed Bayley is, but not many people know too much about the younger brother. How did you have to take things more seriously? Like you said, you're cutting off your 5 a.m.s. Like, how invested are you now going forward next year to actually trying to have a good crack at making the games?
So this year, like what I've changed, like I said, I've taken off like the 5 a.m. classes. I think I'm dialing way more into my weaknesses. Like everyone knows like I'm good at weightlifting. Like it's not really too much I need to work on. So I've sort of like put that on hold, because when I injured my back last year, I think what helped me gain places from 23rd all the way up to 11th was I put my weightlifting on hold because my back was just too sore. I couldn't do anything, which made me focus on like the conditioning more.
Right. Yep.
So I feel like that's where I improved heaps on my conditioning. And then this year I'm like, I need to dial in more on it. So yeah, just putting a pause on that weightlifting and getting more into like, I know you guys sort of saw me on the eco bike. It was a shocker. Too slow. So yeah, so it's just like, I don't know, having more one-on-ones with my coach, where recently or in the last 2 years, I've just been doing the program and just doing whatever and just having a good time, and obviously still being like strict and stuff, but sort of enjoying like the Brisbane like lifestyle, like lots of friends, like he's been going on. Where now that I've like settled, like I'm fully settled, and now I don't have anything else I need to do. I'm just wired into the grind now, and just dialing on those weaknesses.
How good.
Sorry.
He's just battling with like COVID or something, man. I don't know, man, but he's struggling to talk, man.
But yeah, we sort of skipped over something. Yeah, I wanted to take it back to the weekend just gone. NZ Champs, bro. How did you find the first ever NZ CrossFit Champs over here?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I haven't competed since Torian.
Yeah.
So I was like, I feel fitter than what I did at Torian last year. So I was like, when I heard Bayley wasn't doing it anymore because he's just been doing so many comps.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, surely they'll swap him out for the shitter Marta brother, or the younger Marta brother.
Yeah.
So I saw opportunity there, and that's why I messaged your page and said, hey, can I come and do this comp? Like I'll be keen as to come over.
Yeah.
They said yes, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, I consider myself real humble, so I felt sort of cocky asking. Like, but I had to, I was like, oh, I don't want to be like, oh, can I come do this comp without doing the qualifiers? Obviously, everyone who did the qualifiers had to earn it.
Yeah.
But so I was standoffish when I asked, but I asked Bayley and a couple of people around me. They're like, oh, just ask. Like, who cares? So I did, and then they said yes, and I was stoked. Felt cool as. And then came over. Hadn't competed in a while, but I felt real fit. And then we got into it. What was the first workout? First workout was the wall balls and total bars.
Yeah.
And I was like, you just like always, no matter like who you are, even if you're like the best, you're always gonna go in there going like who's gonna beat me? Like, am I gonna be able to perform? Like having the pressure of coming 11th at Torian, and then I think I was like second in New Zealand. Obviously Bayley was first in New Zealand, but I was second in New Zealand at Torian. So I was like, oh shit, I got to go against all these New Zealanders.
Yeah.
Ranked pretty much first since Bayley wasn't there.
Yeah.
Obviously Ben Fowler was he didn't compete at Torian because he had injury or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was stressing out. So when that first workout came up, I was like, oh, it's not like too much of my jam. And I came sixth, and I was only like 2 seconds off coming fourth. So I was like, oh, maybe I am good. Maybe I'm not too bad.
Yeah, little confidence boost. But no, super glad you did come over, bro. You're, like we said, well respected over here. True. So you didn't do the qualifier. Was that because you didn't want to, or just didn't have time, or?
So I was still working on my back. Like I've been working on my back since first Torian.
What did you do to your back?
So just so I had a bulging disc, and then what happened was when I had that bulging disc, I started moving moving differently
Mm.
because I still trained through it. Like I got better and then it was still kind of sore, but I just carry on training through it. And what happened is my body basically like started moving a different way and it wasn't the right way.
Mm.
So my body was just all out of whack. Like my left hand was doing all the work and then like right glute had no power and just a whole lot of imbalances in my body and sort of just struggling to find that out. Like I only just recently found out that that was the case.
Mm.
Um, so I was just working on that, and I used to just swell up every time I do lifting or even just like any sort of hinging. Um,
So
but yeah, now it's sorted. So I'm like that's why I'm real dialed in now because I got no excuses.
mm.
Not that that was an excuse, but
Oh, it
yeah,
is.
just
Yeah, there's a pretty big excuse. So NZ Champs is your first major comp. Coming off that, how does that? Because there were some guns there. Like you got Ben Fowler,
yeah,
Johan,
yeah.
like Ash. Yeah, man. So how does that give you like how do you word this? What does that do for your confidence going into the open season and that?
It's actually better. Like obviously I didn't place where I wanted to, but it's not obviously NZ champs. You don't qualify to the games or anything from there, so there's not too much pressure. It was more like for my reputation, being like, oh, this fella's come 11th at Torian, like let's see it again then.
Yeah.
But going into there, I sort of had to drop that mindset. And I said, just go in there. Like I wanted to learn more about myself and learn more about competing.
Mm.
So when I do get to Torian, I don't make the same mistakes, and that's exactly what happened. Like a couple of workouts, made a few mistakes, and just cost me heaps of points. The eco bike workout or the hurricane bike workout, like just showed how weak my like biking is. And even the run workout, I think I came in dead last on the run. But it sort of just opened up my eyes to be like, hey, like if you want to go to the games, you gotta lock these things in. Like they're not just you can't just sort of wing it anymore and just do the program that everyone else is on. You got to dial in on these things. So it was good. And then yeah, like I said, the little mistakes, like okay, like no reps. I got like 4 no reps on my wall balls, which obviously everyone else is getting no reps too, but 2 seconds that just shows like 2 places where like you can't be making those mistakes. So obviously next time going into comp, I'll be a bit more wary of those things.
Yeah, I guess any highlights for you from the weekend?
Yeah, I like the front squat workout. Obviously showed in my placing, but that was real good. I was like, you get that one attempt, and it's like, oh, like in training, I hit 170, and then after the workout, I hit 180.
Oh yeah.
But like obviously not like in the time limit. It was like just after, and I was like, oh, like yeah, that's good. I can hit 180, but you get one attempt, and I don't want to go in there and just miss it, and you just get 0, and then you're done. So it's like when I was listening to everyone in the warm up, sort of gauging like, oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I didn't hear anyone say 175, so I was like, oh, let me get there. I know I can get it. And then when I saw the 180, I was like, oh, I don't need to do that. Like it's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I'll take second happily. But the first workout, I didn't think I was gonna win that. I was like, oh yeah, I'll probably get smoked in that, and then win the front squat.
Well, true,
But that was a
you got
highlight.
the max
So
reps.
yeah, with the max reps.
Yeah.
Fuck, how many did you get
was
at
like-
that?
I
That
was
was 80 kgs, eh?
32 reps.
Holy.
Yeah.
That's cooked, man.
Yeah, because
So, yeah, that was a highlight for me because I didn't think I was gonna win it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, but I don't know how I can do 32 reps at 80 kgs and then get smoked on the bike.
Let's talk about that
All
bike
that-
workout. Fuck.
All
All right.
that power gone.
So you got 5 rounds, 15-minute cap, fucking 25 cal bike erg, or was it 30?
30 calories.
30 cal on the bike erg, which not bike erg, sorry,
Hurricane.
the hurricane bike, which is similar to an eco bike. If anyone out there, 60 double unders, and then 30 shoulders to overhead at 45. 40.
Yeah.
So you 3-minute rounds if you want to finish that. Did anyone back themselves to finish that? That was aggressive because no one finished
I
it.
don't think. I don't remember hearing anyone saying they're going to finish it.
Where did you get up to? Here we go.
I think I got started the 4th round and got like 27 cals.
That's fucked.
But yeah, I think everyone else was like on to the shoulders overhead.
Oh,
So it's just like too far behind, yeah.
Yeah, I think a few people got back to the round of 5 calories, maybe like
Yeah,
Mate,
I think I almost got left by Ben. I saw him jump on the bike. I was like, oh shit. So I had to start ripping it. And I
Like,
didn't want
oh
to
hell no.
get left. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I reckon he could have finished it, but we were keeping the camera on him pretty much the whole time
Yeah.
because he like was one to watch. But I think he realized how far in front he was, and he just stopped.
Didn't need a push. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So
is fair. That's good. Good
nah,
strategy.
that's fucking soft, Ben.
But nah, there was some crazy workouts over the weekend. What do you think of the final, bro? Because you were the money man. You and Johan.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
photo
Yeah.
finish.
I actually love that final workout. It was good. Like we did the Waterpalooza qualifiers like a couple weeks ago, and they had devil's press in it.
Mm.
And I like actually found a real good strategy for them. And I was like, cool, I can smash these devil's press without it taking too much time. And then when I saw them, I was like, yes, devil's press. And then even heavier, like 30 kgs, I was stoked because I just love doing anything heavy.
Yeah.
And then the ring muscle ups, like I love gymnastics too. So I was like, yep, that's even better. And then thrusters, heavy. I was like, yep, give it to me.
Let's go.
I was like, yeah. And I'd already like overpaced a couple of the other sprints. So I was like, all right, let's not do that again. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Balls to wall, and just send it.
Yeah.
So we did, and then I didn't, because if you watch the video, I was facing away from Johan,
Yeah.
and he was facing away from me. So I didn't know. I thought I was ahead by miles. And then like picking up an 80 kg thruster when you're freaking wrecked from sprinting already, like it's hard to back yourself. You're like, oh, like you're shaky, like you're just locking it out. You don't want to make it like a push jerk because you get no rep. So it's like it's scary because you want to push it and just send it, but you also like you're unstable, like you feel like you're gonna fall over, feel like you're gonna like not be able to lock the rep out.
Yeah.
So it's hard to send those. You got to be strategic. And then when I dropped them, I was thinking about not dropping it to the ground because we weren't allowed. We were allowed to just drop it. I was controlling it down, and then I think I held on to it for a little bit too long, so I should have just dropped it to my chest and then gone. But I like controlled it too far down, and then I saw him in the corner of my sprint. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize he was there. So I just started sprinting as well. And then I think he got me by like his elbow was over and my like finger was just behind or something.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. Cool we have a photo finish.
Yeah, bro. It was mental because on the media side of things, we were the game plan was to just get like a one-take video of whoever we think is going to win it, and just naturally we picked 1 and 2, which was Ben and Steven. But Ben was chilling because he's like, I got this in the bag. I've already won.
Yeah,
so
he doesn't need to win it.
Yeah, and then Machuski, I think he was battling a little bit on the thrusters, but yeah, we saw you get off the rings first. I actually gave the camera to Matt, so I gave him camera duties, and I went and stood in the stands. And fuck, it was mental, bro. You got on the thrusters first. For context, guys, it was 999, devil's press, ring muscle ups, and a heavy thruster. And yeah, fuck, you got on the bar first. It was like, oh shit. But Johan was only like 1 rep behind you, and then yes, like you said, you weren't looking at each other and you didn't know.
Nah.
And then he was moving just maybe a little bit faster, or maybe just a slower descent, and fuck, it was wild, man. It was so cool to watch.
Yeah, it was a good final from Luke Fiso program in that. That was cool.
Oh, it was just a main event. Like I wanted to go on from there. Fuck, I'll get off my phone. Fucking being rude here. Wanted to go on from that, just your views on that event, but not only that, like we're trying to do a lot of things this side of the world to get a bit more spotlight on it, like this podcast included. What a podcast, by the way. But like NZ Champs, it being CrossFit affiliated, it's like how do you see the scene over here? Like New Zealand, not so much Australia, because Australia's got Torian Pro, it's got the Down Under, like they're pretty well established. Yep. How do you see the New Zealand scene? Just seeing NZ Champs on the weekend, it's the first one we've done. What are your thoughts on the scene over here?
Yeah, I think it's awesome, eh? Like when I was there, I think like the best comp we had was probably like we had the H-Town Throwdown. That was the main comp.
Bro, how good was that comp?
Yeah, that was real good.
Yeah,
I was just running like in a little gym, and they done it real well.
Yeah,
but that's what I was. That was the big comp I was doing coming up, and then like we had nationals. Like I was too young. I was too young back then to do nationals, and I did it 1 year, and like that was in my off season. Did real bad performance, but there wasn't really much handy individual comps. It's all teams. So I suppose that's where the money is, and like it's fun. Like everyone loves doing a team comp. When you're doing an individual, it's like takes away the the fun component and it gets a bit more serious. So lots of team comps. But when I saw the NZ champs and now and nationals is there as well, it's good to see that. Just gives people to practice more. So when they do come over and do Torian, they've got that individual experience against like all the top athletes in New Zealand. Because that was like one of the reasons I sort of went to Aussie is everyone's too spread out. Like you got a group, like a little group down in Christchurch, and then you got like like me and Bayley were in Rotorua, but then Bayley left. It was just me and Hiko. And then obviously Josh is there as well. There's like a small group there, and then you got like a little group in Auckland, what, like East Tamaki. We got a couple guns there, Jack Laker and all that. And it's sort of New Zealand, everyone's just real spread out, and like it's not easy to just whip over and like go up to Auckland or go down to Christchurch. It's like it's a big mission. And so that's one of the reasons I came over here was to like be around like in Gold Coast and Brisbane. Like you've got like James Newberry, you've got like Royce Dunn, everyone at Torian, like everyone's got the same goals. And then like even at my gym, the first gym I signed up at, CrossFit Newstead, like bang, straight away I met Riley Smith, I met James Thomas, Katie Brock, Dan, Rach, and then I think there's 6 of us that were aiming for Torian. I think five of us made it. So like all those people going to Torian and all at the same gym, that was amazing. And then plus I met my coach there, Liam Mulligan. He's real good, and like we just click real well. Something I really didn't have in New Zealand. Didn't have like a coach that was there training with me. So just like all in sort of New Zealand is like all in New Zealand was just in like one spot and like pretty much like over 2 gyms, Torian and CrossFit Newstead. So that was awesome. So now that like you see them bringing them together in New Zealand more often, like that's awesome. It just helps everyone like point out their weaknesses and see how far behind they are and compete with like the top dogs in New Zealand. So yeah, it's a good comp.
I think like talking to Dean, like his main goal is exactly what you just said there. Like to like everyone wants it, and it's not just CrossFit. Every sport seems to do it, like rugby league and that kind of stuff. You have to go to Aussie to sort of test yourself. So I think with the NZ champs, and I think like well, I don't really speak to it too much because Dean and Luke run that, but it seems their goal is to try and not have to have that. Like maybe have like what Down Under do, get the big Americans to come down and get the Australians to come over, so that it is a massive comp where you can test yourself against the best without having to go to Australia. So yeah, I really liked it. It was good, and it was good that you came over, because a lot of people probably were like, "Fuck yeah, like let's go," because like people like Johan fucking feed off that. Like he's young, and when he sees like someone coming over, he's like, "Yeah, come on then, let's have a go." Like that's his mentality. So it's mean to see.
It's definitely made it a lot more accessible for us over here, and I think it's that whole thing of you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so if you're in the right circle over there and you're like-minded people all aiming for the games instead of you wanting to go to the games, and then the rest of the class or your training partner's like, oh yeah, I'm just having fun. So
exactly,
a bit different.
I know.
And it's good to see New Zealand champs, because like obviously what was the first year, and they did it awesome. Like if you look back at Down Under, when they probably done their first comp, it was nowhere near as big as what it is now. So you think over like 3-4 years, by that time, like NZ champs will be massive. Even nationals used to be tiny, and it's getting bigger.
It's huge.
And it's just going to just grow the CrossFit community in New Zealand and make it more accessible to do some high level competing over there.
True. Yeah, we're real excited to see how that goes over the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, Indy Nats is this weekend actually. So when you're listening to this,
last weekend.
No.
Yep. I might send them a DM and ask for another invite.
Any free spots?
Pay for my flights. Fuck, you won't.
Go on.
Nah, I got next weekend.
I think so. Yeah, next weekend.
Yeah, I got a comp here next weekend, just like a fun PS one.
Is that game time?
Yeah.
I think Dean's jumping in with Newbury.
Yeah, I think he was going to do that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Who are you doing it with?
James Thomas. We're actually supposed to be going Miami in a couple months for Waterpalooza.
Oh man.
Yeah, we qualified
on a team.
I'm stressing out. I'm like, oh shit, I got to go to Miami. Yeah, me, Riley Smith, and James Thomas.
How good.
Sick. You ever been to the States?
Well, yeah, he actually went to the games. Beef.
Yeah.
He went to the games
that's
twice.
That's how I opened the episode.
Do you remember? So this is Riley Martin, bro.
Yeah, been to the States.
Yeah. Fuck,
And
let's
then
talk about
I
that
went
for a
and
bit.
watched Bayley as well.
Let's talk about that for a bit, bro. We've fucking glazed over that
Yeah.
twice as a teenager. Was it in both divisions or was it in the one division?
Yeah, both divisions, so 14 and 15 in 2017. And then I had 2018 off. And then 2019 went into the 16 and 17 division.
Man,
Man.
how was that?
Yeah.
Talk us through that experience.
Yeah, it was good. Like, learn a lot there. Like, probably two of the extremes, both ends.
Yeah.
First year we went, I was just doing CrossFit with Bailey because that was his jam. He was trying to make the games.
Oh,
I remember there was sort of a hiccup. He wanted to make the games and he was trained super hard. And then they announced the divisions and the birthday cutoffs.
Oh,
And so what had happened is he'd been training for the 14 to 15 division because he was still quite young. And then his birthday was just in the cutoff, so they bumped him up to the next one.
aye.
And that's when all the beasts were in there, like Angelo the Chico.
Yeah.
I think there's still a couple that still do it, and they were all there and he
Dallin-
got put into that.
Was Dallin Pepper in that one?
Nah, this was before then. So this is like early days, like maybe like second or third year.
Because
that they had the
Guy
teams.
was in his year. Guy Maheros.
Yeah,
Fuck, there was another gun. I can't remember his name, but he's stopped now.
yeah.
But yeah, sorry, Karen.
Yeah, and so what happened was he got put up into the bigger grade, and they were just too good. Like he was just too young to compete with their strength. And so he was always training for the games, and he was just a beast all the time. And like I was just always the little brother, just jamming with him. And then I remember I always tell the story. I remember we were sitting in the car because we used to drive from Rotorua to the Mount to train at Mount CrossFit. That was our gym. So we'd always travel over there and train. I remember we were driving over, and I was like to my dad and my brother, I was like, "Do you guys reckon I could make the games?" And like they all always knew me as just a fuck around. Like at training, I'll just muck around. I'll still go hard, but like yeah. And my dad's like, "Oh nah, like you don't train hard enough, boy. Like you're not at that level. Like you're just coming in, like you're just doing it for fun." And I was like, "Oh yeah," like, and I agree. Like I wasn't like, "No, I'm gonna make it." Like I didn't have any. Like I wanted to make it, but
Yeah.
even I didn't think I was gonna make it. And then I remember we done the qualifiers, and yeah, obviously I made it and smashed all the workouts. I think I beat Bailey in like a couple because obviously he was in the bigger grade, I was in the lower grade. And then my dad was like, "Holy shit!" And
I've got to
after
pay
then,
for two of these.
yeah.
Sorry for
Hard
saying
out.
that word, Dean. Fuck.
I believe that. I would have believed that.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. And then what happened was my dad and my brother always started calling me. They said, "You train like Jane and work out like Tarzan." Oh yeah, train like Jane and then compete like Tarzan. Because always training like in smoked in training. Even it still happens today. Like I'm getting smoked in training. Like my workout times are shit as like everything's bad. But then I get to competing, I always do way better. And which is hard for the mental because if I'm getting smoked in training, you get to compete. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do well this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happened, and I made it. And we trained real hard. Like we had a coach. I don't know if you guys know Luke McGraw. He's like the old Mount CrossFit owner. He was awesome. He coached me and Bailey, and it's like pretty much taught us everything we know, like in competing, weightlifting, like. And then his the other owner, Yanni, she's awesome. She taught us like everything about mobility. So like I credit all my mobility, or even Bailey probably will as well, to her. We're doing like extra sessions of her, and they sort of just took us under their wing and just turned us from like little boys just doing CrossFit for fun to proper athletes.
Yeah.
And we were on a program. Team RXA was the program, and it was so hard. Like I've never done that kind of training in my life. And I would just, back then I didn't know any better. It was just, here's the program, and I was like, all right, I got to do all of this. And like this was volume for adults, and we were doing it. And I didn't know. I was just, oh yeah, I got to get that all done today. Just no idea. We'd turn up, we'd like train in the morning, we'd go swimming, and then we'd go back to the gym. We'd do like eco bike workouts. And then we'd do like, I mean, we used to do 100 meters of handstand walks. It was just like program. It was just 100 meters, get it done. Like break it up as many times as you want, but just get 100 meters done. And I couldn't handstand walk to save my life back then. And when you got to walk 100 meters, like we're doing at least once a week. And you just learn. You just got to learn. So we're out on the footpath down outside our house. So we had a garage gym as well. So we just go down the road on the footpath. We set up like a 20-meter distance, and Bayley used to do like these 20-meter distances unbroken, and I'm doing like fucking one tile at a time, like 2 meters at a time.
The
I'm never
1 meter
gonna crack
scramble.
this. Yeah, ripping up the hands, got our mountain biking gloves on, wearing them on the concrete,
Yeah.
and yeah, ended up just like doing so much volume and learning heaps, and that's where like we went from like 0 to 100 real quick, like straight away. We're doing everything, and then that was kind of like it was good and bad because I was just wrecked all the time. Like I remember we'd train early morning, and then it was at 9 o'clock at night. We're still doing accessory work. We're still training. Like we didn't have a job, so we could just do it all.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just had school,
Mm.
and so just trained heaps, and was just never hitting workouts at 100%. So I never really got to test my full potential. So when I did go to the games, I was good at the single events, like the lifting, like the obstacle course, all those sort of things. But when it came to just like a solid, just CrossFit workout, I just wasn't at the level these guys were at, just because I had never been hitting these workouts fresh. I was always so drained. I didn't know anything about nutrition back then, just training, training, training.
Mm.
And then what happened is I was so wrecked after because I had the year off, and I kind of regret it because now like looking at Dallin Pepper, he was in my grade. Tuda Magda, he was in my grade. James Sprague, who are all games athletes now.
Yeah.
I sort of look back and I'm like, oh man, I should have just carried on. I would have been there. But at the same time, it helped me like be a kid as well, enjoy my time being a kid and at school and stuff and hanging out with mates. And now like I'm still hungry for it. Like who knows, I
Yeah.
might have carried on and just been burnt out. So I had that year off, and then the next year, um, it was just too much to travel over to the Mount all the time. Like I didn't have Bailey with me because he was working full time doing concreting. So he had his license. He would just drive us over all the time, and
Mm.
he was spending all his savings on fuel to get us over there. Like that was all him.
Yeah.
And because he was so dedicated to the goal as well, and I just got to tag along and reap the benefits.
Yeah.
But this year I didn't have him. Like he was just doing concreting full time, and I was just training by myself. And like I said, didn't have the resources to just go to the Mount all the time. And so what happened was I basically just programmed myself. I'm like, yeah, like I know what to do. I remember
Yeah.
what we did last year or in 2017. So I'll just do it myself.
Mm.
But then what happened is the other end of the extreme is I didn't train enough, like no progressions. I just walk in the gym, I'll be like, oh yep, what did we do? 4 sets of 5 back squats, go. And I just do back squats, like no percentages. And I'll be like, oh yep, snatches, like let's do some snatches.
Yeah.
And then oh yeah, make a workout. And I know how to make workouts. I'll just be like 3 rounds, pick like a couple exercises, throw them in, and just like the most shit training ever. And I ended up still making it. There you go. Like train like Jane, compete like Tarzan. I made it again. And I think it was only top 10 this year. So it was top 20 the year before.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
this year was top 10. So I was like already stressing, like they've taken away 10 places. So I qualified and made it again. I was like, oh shit, we got to go again. And my parents like, oh fuck, we got to pay for this fella to go go to America again. But no, they got a holiday out of it.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Yeah.
And then like again, it showed like I think I came like ninth that year. Like obviously still better because I went from like 14th to 9th.
Yeah.
But since there was only 10 there, coming ninth didn't seem that amazing. It was like you're freaking second to last. But you just kind of got to take a step back and remember like there's only 10 of the fittest teams in the
Yeah.
world here, and just sort of appreciate it. Yeah, so that was like my games experience, and like I said, it was harder doing it without my brother. Like, didn't have him there training with me, didn't have him there going, nah, let's get up, let's go to the pool, let's swim, like let's go do this, like hurry up. Like he's real dedicated, he's real locked into training. So it was real harder that year, training for the games.
Mm. Yeah, it's harder, man. So after that year, I asked the same question to Bailey actually. Because when you went into open division, did you think, yeah, I think you already touched on it before. Like, yeah, I'll just go clean up the
myself.
open division, you know, like, so did you have a good goal after that? Like, oh, I'm going back to the games as an open division, or?
Yeah, like how old would I have been? I still would have been 17 when I finished. And you sort of look at like, you're looking at Matt Fraser back then. And I'm like, oh, nah, no way. Like,
True.
that's not happening at all. Like, you kind of, which is bad because you're like, I know I can go back there, and I want to go back there, and I will go back there. But when you're 17 and you're looking at Matt Fraser, who was probably like what 26 at the time, and he's snatching like these crazy weights, like he's pumping these workouts, you're like, all right, like I know that I'm not gonna make it in these next few years. So I kind of just enjoyed being a kid and like, got on the piss a bit and just done Rotorua things.
Yeah.
And then
Whatever that
like
means.
that's when I got like started getting older and I started getting stronger. And then I realized I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting strong. Like I'm getting up there now. Like these fellas aren't too far away. I'm like squatting the same and started getting that man strength. And that's why I was like, all right, then I'm ready to dial in. And then I think Bayley made Torian. And I was like, yeah, shit, we're closer than like it's time. Like it's been a few years, like it's time. Like we're ready to go.
Yeah.
When he made Torian, it's like, oh yeah, I want to do that too. So that's when I dialed in and jumped on Mayhem, like this first time doing a program in like a couple of years. Well, I hadn't done any program since Team RXA at Mount CrossFit in 2017. And what year did he make it? Was it 20? What was the year he made it without me? It was 2020.
It was after the
21.
It was when they went to semi-finals after the sanctionals. He made Torian, because he did a couple of sanctionals randomly, and then after that, so it'd be 2021, I think.
Yeah, so it would been like 4 years since I've done a program, and then I jumped on Mayhem, and then like got my snatch up. I was getting strong, I was getting fit, and I remember snatching 134 at CrossFit Ruach just on a Saturday, and it was like I was like, holy shit, like that's massive. Like I was like, what the hell?
That's a big number.
And I was like, that's crazy. And I was only 18, 19.
Yeah.
And I hit that, and then I've seen like these adults weren't even hitting. Like I was one of the top in New Zealand at the time for a snatch. Like no one was hitting anything near that.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, oh yeah, we on here.
Yeah.
So my next goal was like, how can I do this like better and go to Aussie and make it my life, make it my full-time career, because there's just lots of distractions in Rotorua. Like got all your mates there, they want to go do stuff all the time. Like just got like family there, always having events on. Like there's just stuff happening all the time. But when I got here, like no mates, just a job, like not much to do.
No distractions.
Like that's all I was doing. Yeah, sort of like a reset, and also the resources here as well.
That's it, bro. I did actually want to ask. It's a bit of a left field question, but like you and Bayley, young as, given the sport's still really new across the world, let alone New Zealand, but you and Bayley both qualify for the CrossFit Games. You go over, you compete, you come back, you go back to school. Like, are you treated any differently?
Nah, like.
Does anyone know?
Back then, like, I remember, like we just get made fun of doing CrossFit. Like, oh, CrossFit. Like, you do CrossFit, it's gay, whatever it is. Like, there wasn't like no one did CrossFit back then. It was just like, what the hell? Like these fellas. Like no one knew what it was. They're like, so what do you actually do?
Yeah. And
then if you sit down and explain to someone, they're like, oh yeah, like it's like you're just working out and doing all these things. But people just think like, oh, CrossFit, you're just lifting weights. Like no idea. So
you just hands them walking everywhere.
I remember the students think, they're like, oh yeah, whatever this fella's doing, like CrossFit, it's just some weird stuff. But the teachers, I remember I got a lot more respect from all the teachers, like PE teachers. They're like, they're watching us on the screen and seeing how much we're lifting. They're like, oh shit, these fellas are actually beasts. But it just like wasn't big enough back then. But now I'm seeing it, like everyone from school, hey bro, can you do us like a program? Hey bro, like how do I get into the gym? And like I don't mind it. Like I love it. I'm trying to get anyone into the gym.
That's sick.
So I get all the messages now and like all of them following me and seeing that it's like this is real. This is not just like some little game in school. It's like a proper career and a proper sport. And yeah.
No,
like you're the guy now, because it's like I know when you come out and like do a snatch ladder at Torian, bro, watching you lift is electric, and it's just fucking me, and the crowd gets after it, and I'm that guy.
Yeah, and we need more Kiwis out there doing it, man, because fuck, like going to NZ Champs. I know I've spoken about NZ Champs a bit, but it's exciting. But like seeing all the Kiwis out there, like, and we know their names, and hopefully seeing the likes of you and Bayley out there at gives them a bit more. I know like someone like Johan is definitely hungry for it. But
Yeah.
like people that are on the edge going, fuck, do I give it a go? It's like, seeing you guys out there hopefully gives them the edge to be like, let's do this, because we need some more New Zealand flags on that Torian.
For sure,
leaderboard,
sure.
man.
Because it's hard as well. Like it takes so much sacrifice. Like especially being a team. Like especially in New Zealand, like the drinking culture is crazy. Like everyone's partying, everyone's clubbing,
Yeah.
like whatever. Like there's so much going on, and to be a CrossFitter, you can't do any of it. Like you got to put a pause on. You got to be getting at least 8 hours every night. You can't be staying up late. You can't be eating shit. You can't be hanging out with your friends, spending any extra energy. Like can't go mountain biking with them. You can't go like to the beach and do a big beach day because it's just too much energy expenditure. It's just so much sacrifice and like in that culture, like nah, I'd rather go get on the piss. And I remember me and Bayley, like we didn't drink. I didn't drink till I was at least 18, and that was when I finished both my CrossFit games. I think I hadn't drunk at all, and like Bailey still didn't drink until like when was the first time he got on the piss? Like
Yeah, I've heard he's
I
pretty
can't remember,
lightweight.
but he was yeah. But like we had our time, but now it's just like no, you can't do any of that, and like I don't understand as being a kid and being like, oh, do I want to dedicate all that time? Like you can't pursue much of a career when you're doing CrossFit. Like your career is CrossFit. Like the only thing you can do really is PTs, like because PTs allow you to do like a couple hours a day and like pay the bills. Like I'm making like fuck all money over here. I know everyone says, oh, go to Aussie and you like land of what do they call it? Land of the New Zealand's land of milk and honey, and Oz is the land of work and money.
Yeah.
So like, but I'm making fuck all over here. Like just training and eating, and like when you do make some money, you spend it on the physio. Like, so
Yeah, true.
I get it. Like it's a big sacrifice. Like, but fucking do it. Like,
it's
why
funny,
not?
like you saying the drinking culture, like, you don't realize about it. And Australia's probably pretty similar as well. But like you go to Torian, and I think it's probably like it's a mean semi-final. It's probably the only one with like lines at the beer tent. You know what I mean? Like you're at a CrossFit event.
Exactly.
I gotta stop saying that word. People are just
even there's like there's literally an after party. Like there's an after party for Torian for all the athletes, and like even I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go, but it's like, just like it's a legal drug, and it just would. You're not going to be hitting your targets. Like Matt Fraser, he's like a perfect example. Like no drinking, no like not a single 1%er that's pushing him in the wrong direction. Like he doesn't do nothing else that's not CrossFit. So it's like a full time thing.
That's why like after I beat you guys, I just and I retired. You know, it was good. I finally could have my first beer. You know.
Go on a holiday.
He's still bragging about that one time he schooled some 15, 16-year-olds.
2 games athletes. Let's say how it is, beef. All right.
Let's not underplay it.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, man.
Like, it's all good, bro. If you want me to jump on MB Athletics, like, just sing out. Just sing out. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, I like how you brought that up because, being a young person coming up, especially here, is like fitting in is like number one priority. And if it's drinking, if it's staying up late, going out doing stupid shit, you're more than willing to sacrifice any future to just be cool for 5 minutes.
Yeah, 100%. And like, I even got caught up in it. Like my friends, they're like the biggest pissheads, and somehow I got through my whole school like not drinking at all. And like every time I go to these parties sober, and people look at you, they're like, "What do you mean you're sober? Like, just have a drink." I'm just like, "No, like I can't do it. I can't have a drink." And then like now they look at you and they're like, I see why. Like, see why you're not drinking. So I've been sober over a year now. So like, and I'll never go back ever until I've at least won the games. I wouldn't even like think about it.
Yeah.
So like
you'd be with that gold medal and a shoey.
Yeah. Well, I have one shoey and I'm done.
Lying
on the floor. Lighters. Like.
Yeah. Who's more of a lightweight, you or Bailey? We'll put it to the test, eh?
Yeah. Definitely Bailey.
Oh. All right, man. We'll wrap it up there. Fuck, we've just been going on over an hour. That's mean.
Mean boys. Nah, appreciate you guys having me on.
Nah, thanks for coming on, bro. Honestly, we love doing this stuff, eh? So that's mean. But before we do let you go, we like to get a workout off of the elite athletes, and I've heard we're not going to have any burpees today. So
Yep. We'll get you.
Yeah, fire away, man.
We'll get you on the back and bars where you stay
We
on
on.
the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
This is a Sinclair workout.
You guys still see me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Yep.
Oh yeah, cool.
Now Sinclair loves the squats and bench.
Yeah, bro. Fuck, I love a good bench session. I benched yesterday. It was good. Did you? Yeah.
I'll give you 3 supersets.
Yes, boy.
3 supersets that we can do sort of a little bit of full body. Yeah.
This will be quite a different graphic.
Yeah. I did have like a normal CrossFit workout, but we'll get you guys doing something different.
Yeah, good.
Something I can do too. Something that doesn't require
Yeah.
knees.
All right, so we'll go 3 sets.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send this to you guys as well. So we got 3 sets. We're gonna go 1 ladder set on the leg extension.
Nah.
Well, 1 ladder set. So ladder set is you do 10 light,
Mm.
10 medium weight, 10 heavy weight.
Yeah.
And then you go back down, 10 medium weight, 10 light weight. So you got 50 reps on the leg extension.
Yep.
And like it's gonna burn. And then you're gonna go straight into do you guys got a sled push?
Yep.
Yeah. So you go straight into a sled push, and then you'll just do 10 meters out, 10 meters back. At like it doesn't really matter what weight, just probably like a moderate weight.
Yeah.
And that's 1 set.
Okay.
So you do 3 sets of that, ladder set, and then sled push.
Yeah.
And then we got a bicep superset. So we're gonna go again. We'll just keep it 3 sets, keep it simple. We'll go 10 bicep curls just with the barbell.
Yeah.
10 bicep curls with the barbell. Try pushing with your pinkies.
Yeah.
That activates the bars a bit more. So instead of just like don't use an easy bar, use like a straight bar and just push with your pinkies. 10 bicep curls, heavy as you can. And when you start to fatigue, just use the legs. Start like cheating a bit, like a bit of kipping on the bicep curls. And then you're gonna go straight into 20 seated incline alternating dumbbell curls. So you set the bench up on on an incline.
Yeah.
And you'll sit down and you'll hang your arms down the side, and then you just curl in the seated position.
That's the
And
money
then we'll
shot.
do three sets of that.
Yeah.
And then the last one, this is my favorite one. So you go, keep it simple, eight bench, you go 8 bench press at like a pretty heavy weight. And then as soon as you finish, you're going to jump on the ground and you're going to go max push-ups,
Yep.
just normal push-ups. As soon as you start to fatigue, you're going to drop to your knees and you're going to go max knee push-ups.
Oh,
As
true.
soon as you start failing those, we're just going to do half reps.
Oh, true.
So you're just going to like as much failure as you can. So full push-ups, when you start like messing those up, start getting those reps in there, drop the knees, full knee push-ups, and then you start failing the knee push-ups and you just pumping like anything until your like chest is pumping, it can't move anymore.
It's gonna get it
And
burning.
then you go three sets of that as well.
What's the rest between? Just as much as you need, or?
Yeah, as much as you need. So if you need 5 minutes, take it, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be sore as well.
And just quickly on the leg extension, because I love to run these at the gym, like I program them. So this would be mean for a Saturday, just a pump session. What would you replace a leg extension for? Just if you're in a CrossFit gym.
Yeah. We have you have the banded they put it out of it. I can send you guys the link. But you like go into like a pike position, and then you have a band around your hands and the back of your knees.
Yeah.
And it looks like out of it there, looks like you're twerking, but it does the same thing.
Yeah.
And you're in a pike position, and then you bend the knees, and you lock the knees out.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that'd be nasty.
Yeah.
It's almost like a Mike Tyson press up.
Not me trying to do it here.
Yeah. Have you seen
You
those
just
Mike
quit.
Tyson press ups?
Just twerking. Nah.
Bro, so like you got your feet on a wall, so you're like in a press up position, but your feet are on a wall, so you're sort of like your feet are on the ground, and then you do like a squat into the wall, and then come away, do a press up, and you just do like sets of like he would do the sets like 50, so it's like you're doing like a squat press up in a plank position.
Yeah, he's a beast, eh?
Yeah, well,
Animal.
You look a bit like Mike Tyson, eh?
Like I would have taken it. Like I'm not. I mean, like how old were you when I beat you? 12. Like if he was 12, I reckon I had him.
I don't even think I had hair on my balls then.
There it is. Bayley Martin.
Hey, can I get a quick guarantee that if I do that like twice a week leading up to Christmas, I'll look like you over summer? Surely.
Yeah. Yep.
Handy.
Yep. And then just add like a trenbolone sandwich in between sets. No worries.
That's it.
Sweet as, bro.
Okay, this is the workout's going to get the most engagement on the page. Yeah, I reckon.
I say so. Yeah, we're going to run that on a Saturday at the gym. Maybe not this Saturday. Maybe this Saturday. I've got Paramore this Saturday. Need a good pump session.
Paramore.
Yeah, I'm going to Paramore.
I can, we can add in another one because you won't be able to do legs with your ACL. Eh?
Nah.
No. I'll add in a different one for you then if you want, and then I'll send that through. Because what do we got? We got chest, we got buys, and then we got legs. So we could do like a bit more back.
Yeah. Need some lats.
Yeah, do lat pump.
All right, this is getting out of control.
I'll put that in too.
This is getting out of control.
This is getting loose. All right, well, we'll wrap it up. But before we do, is there anyone you want to give a quick shout out to, bro?
Can we shout out to? I always shout out to my brother. Like always looking up to him, making things possible. Like I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. Like from the start of that story I told you, I didn't even think I was gonna make the games. I was just tagging along with him, and look what happened when I tagged along. So he started me on this journey, and he's always pushing me, making things possible. Like he just pumped everyone at the games, and I'm like, oh shit, like I got to do that now. Like I got to keep following him. So yeah, always shout out to my brother.
That's me.
Awesome, bro. Love to hear that.
Sweet as. Neither of you shouted at me for like
giving
you that
inspiration. Okay, let's go. Wrap it up.
It's cool. Maybe in your book you can
when
you're that's good.
Yeah, we'll dedicate a program to you.
Yeah, bro.
when I'm up, NBA athletics. So dedicated to you.
Good. I'm holding you to that. I'll clip that.
Yeah.
If you wait till
I'll
next
be
year,
when I win the games, you guys will be the first podcast I jump on. Clip that one.
Let's do it.
How good.
Yeah.
How good.
Done.
All right.
Locked in.
Bro, thank you so much for sitting down, man. And I hope you guys blow this guy up because like he's gonna be the next big thing. I mean, we're biased because we get to watch you guys in New Zealand doing the competitions, but you're just coming on the scene now. You've gone to Torian back to back. Bro, next year's exciting, and I can't wait to see it, man.
Handy.
Yeah, thank you, boys. Appreciate you having me on, making me feel like a celebrity.
No worries, man. Anytime.
And having good yarns.
There we go.
There it is. All right, man. Take it easy, eh?
See you, brother.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.